Well, what are we doing tonight? I guess we got Leather on the show tonight.
Yes, Leather is calling at 10.
Yeah, I know. She was, corresponding with me back and forth.
Right.
About, hooking up, her to come on the show in December. But then I guess her publicist, who's working the record, kind of usurped that and wants to put her on tonight.
Well, she can come on in December, too.
I told her, again, she's got the open door policy. She can come on anytime she wants.
Yeah, the publicist asked. It's very rare that that publicist says, hey, could you do this one for me? And I was like, sure, Leather. God, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
She's damn near third mic when she wants to be.
Yeah, you just say, you know what? I really don't need you intervening. If we want Leather on, she'll come on when we ask her to or if she wants to.
Well, sometimes we get accused of going around the publicist.
Well, hey, you know what? You can't help who you're friends with or acquaintances with.
I know, but they all sort of, work with two or three of the publicists. So, maybe we should have gone around for Jeff Tate.
I guess. Who do we know in that camp that can make that happen?
Well, we could ask Susan, but that's an instant no.
Yeah, well, of course.
I don't think we have an in anymore in the Tate camp. I think that pretty much ended. So do you think Jeff will ever be back on?
He'll come back on.
Thinks it just not this record.
Yeah, because I did not read your pitch riff review, but then I saw the message about your pitch riff review, and the reason he won't be on is because of that.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, what did Chris write?
I didn't write anything bad, though.
So I went over. I had to read it.
Yeah.
And see what it was, and it was just like, well, yeah, there is no shining moments here at all.
But I didn't kill it. I did not kill it and say, and that's what I said to the publicist was, I did not go and go into all the, fuck Jeff Tate, invest this.
Yeah,
invest
I know,
that,
but the thing is that you did not give him a glow. Well, you're not Andrew McNeese from melodicrock.com saying everything is 80, whatever the rating is.
Yeah,
what is it,
it's
85?
bad. It's an 86. No. No, it's a bad record.
You gave it, 39 out of 100 or whatever? 32?
Would you give it more? You've listened to it.
I don't enjoy it at all, but I'm not a reviewer. I guess I could be a reviewer, but...
Well, if from a number 1 to $10, okay, how many dollars would you give it for the quality that it is?
$1.
So you would rate it 10 out of 100.
Yeah.
Well, I rated it about $3.20.
I would not give you more than $1 for that.
I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, it's garbage. It's good enough to be a drink coaster.
And as I said to the publicist, because I did defend myself a little bit, I said to him, the reviews are what I think, but that doesn't reflect what we'll say to Jeff. It's
right.
Not like I'm going to get Jeff on the phone and go, dude, why'd you write such a suck-ass record?
Right.
And we've never done that.
Well, again, the publicist, as you said, his job is to, I guess, get the most positive chances for Jeff to shine, I guess, and knowing, what your review said as opposed to... obviously Jeff has probably been one of the most visited artists here on the show in the history of the CMS.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever pissed Jeff off per se. Never. I mean, even when they were doing that sucky cabaret shit.
Yeah, we had him on for
that was really bad.
Yeah.
And we still had him on, and he's always been very diplomatic and, kind of rolled with the punches. And he's said to us on several occasions, actually, about what a great interview.
Yeah. So, it is what it is, dude. I don't understand why he wouldn't come on and he'll go and do interviews with people that did kiss his ass. It's, this record's great, but are heard by, 50 people.
Yeah, well, the publicist never knows that.
But the publicist knows where we are in the pecking order.
Yeah, that is true.
There's especially that publicist, that publicist knows this show.
Right.
That, he knows that we do a large number of people.
Right.
So if Jeff really wanted to get the word out about the key, good or bad, he comes on here.
Yeah.
You know, I promise you, if Eddie Trunk said it was a piece of shit, he'd still do Eddie Trunk.
Yeah, of course.
You know, but then again, we're known for being mean, I guess. So.
I guess.
And I guess there are other things that are known in the Tate camp with us.
Sure.
So maybe it was the combination of all of that stuff.
Who knows? He'll be back on.
I would think so. I hope so, because we don't have any animosity with the guy.
No, not at all. Second round, though, he'll be back on.
Probably, maybe on the touring cycle.
Yeah, the first round of interviews for the release of the CD, maybe not so much, but then the second round, when interest has kind of dwindled or died off,
right?
Then they'll come back around and go, oh, hey, by the way, could you have Jeff on?
Yeah, we'll be like, yep,
sure, come on.
First thing we'll say is, Jeff, how come you didn't come on when you promote the record?
Right. He goes, why? Had I known, I would have come on.
Well, next time we'll text you directly, Jeff.
Yeah. Give me your phone number at home.
We have Susan's number.
We do.
You know, we could call Susan.
Yeah. But anyway, regardless.
Haven't you?
Yes. Well, regardless, it's always eventful in the world of music.
I know, dude. Wasn't that funny? You know, I'm thinking we've been coasted and been pretty polite lately. You know, not polite, but you know, we've behaved ourselves lately, I guess. And then that came out of the woodwork.
Well, again, you didn't give it. You know, you didn't give it a 8.5 out of 10 stars.
If I'd have given it, say, 55. Do you think we'd have got the interview?
You know what? I don't think it's the rating so much. I think it's the words you used.
Oh, I don't know. He pointed specifically to in the last reply. Did you see the last reply?
Well, just what you posted on your Facebook.
Oh, hold on.
There's more to it?
Yeah, here.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'll read it. Hold on. It's nothing bad.
Oh, I know, but I wasn't aware there was more than what you sent me.
Mail not. Let's find this here. And of course, it's loading slow as fuck.
I think the only thing that I read was, you know, in light of the review that you gave it on Pittriff, I think we're going to pass this time around.
Right, and I'm okay with that, I guess. Let's see. Here's this. Is Tate talking? First, he wrote me back, hope all is well. After seeing a Pittriff review on the key, I'm probably going to have to pass this time around, but I appreciate your interest in following up. All the best. So I wrote back, hey, man, all is good. While I didn't like the record, I think I was fair with it, and I didn't dive into all the negativisms that are spewed at Jeff. I did say in the end that I'm a big fan of him. I just didn't like this record. That said, though, the interview is not where I put my opinions out there, but let Jeff put his out there. I'll be fair with him, and I can promise that I won't spend time rehashing the legal nonsense which has been beaten to death. Not offended if you do pass, though. We're still all good. And then he wrote me back. He said, I completely understand, but a 32?
Oh, see, I didn't see any of this.
Even with a score double that, I would be hesitant to commit this time. That being said, I'll certainly keep it in mind.
Okay.
So I guess if I'd have given a 64, that would have been iffy.
All right. Well, I didn't see that part of the thing.
Yeah, that was
so basically, if it gets a 75 or above, will you be granted an interview?
Yeah. I wonder if next time I could write just a really harsh review, but give it like an 80 anyway.
Right.
Just put 88, but it blows. You know, I could Andrew McNeese it. Maybe that's why he gets all the interviews.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely.
If he hates something, it's about an 83.
Right. That's like the worst.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wasn't aware of it, but regardless.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's better for us just to have personal relationships with some of these artists, and we could just bring them on, ourselves.
Oh, I know. It just works. Everything works better when we do it by ourselves.
Right.
I was talking to John. I was over there today, and we again the conversation come up about us making this into a business and whatever, and And you know, and I told him, I said my hunch is that you would wish that there was a way to do it, and that I would be more willing to do it than my automatic no whenever it comes up. But you know, in the end, if we did any of that stuff, we'd have to give in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I said to him point blank, I literally pulled out my phone and I started playing the Trunk podcast. And within a second, it's into, hey, everybody, it's Eddie Trunk here. And just got to tell you, they're having two sandwiches for $5 at Burger King.
Right.
You know, and I told him, I said, dude, how suck would that be if we're in the middle of a bit? We're talking about, you know, whatever we're talking about. And we'd be like, you know what else is bad, Neely? Those sandwiches over at Burger King.
Hey, it's 1:15, and you know what that means.
Yeah. Let me just tell you about our friends over at NTB, National Tire and Battery.
Right. They got your fall tire sale. Buy 3, get 1 free.
Yeah. They got to be 16s and over, though. R16 or R15s and up. Nothing smaller than that, but hey, that's okay, because why would you want to drive a small car anyway?
Limited, there's restrictions apply.
That's right. Big tires, big penis,
Yeah.
NTB.
NTB.com. Check it out today.
And that's what I was trying to say, is that will so not work with us.
Right.
You know, no matter what. I said, we do business. Neely sells shirts.
Yeah.
That's about as much business as we need to do.
Sure.
I don't think. I mean, I think... Tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong, but I mean, I think in some way you wish that we would turn it into a business.
Well,
but
I wouldn't mind, you know, being on a maybe a little more larger platform.
Right.
But if it's going to cause us issues and headaches, I would rather not do it.
Well, would you want us to be on like Podcast One?
Well, I don't know enough about it
where we would have to do reads.
See, I'm not really into that.
Yeah, see, and that's my big problem too. Is even if they have somebody that edits it all in, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
And you know, as I was saying earlier today, I got enough business.
Yeah.
I don't have time in my life to be dicking around, and you know the real thing that will come out to start answering for it.
Sure.
Dude, we're having trouble getting a sponsor for you because, you know, they don't like the word nigger.
Yeah, well, we already ran into that. Remember that other podcasting company that reached out to us, and you submitted our worst material just so that they would, you know, understand that it can get pretty rough, and they listened to it and said, we're going to have to pass.
Yeah, they passed immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I can't do it. You know, and as I've said, and I've said this to you off the air too, if you want to do it, feel free. But I can't do it. I just don't have time in my life to do it. I don't have patience to do it. And I sure as fuck am not taking phone calls to tell me where I've said too much wrong.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If it causes us an issue, then forget it.
And it would.
It
There's
would.
no
Absolutely.
question.
Absolutely.
You know, and I get it. People, they look at the numbers and they're like, well, if you guys could do 1.5 million downloads, then you should be able to make money with it. I'm like, yeah, but the reason we do 1 million downloads is because what we do is so different from what everybody else is doing.
Right.
The minute we start making it sort of the same, we're not as good.
Right. I agree.
I have no interest in it.
Yeah.
But,
you know, we've gone 20 years without it. 21 years in a day is not going to kill us. So.
No, that's what I think too.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I cannot for the life of me fathom going back to, like, it doesn't have to be a program director, but some sort of an advisor.
Right.
You know, I mean, especially when I was on 92 and getting the phone call every fucking week. And every week it was the same thing. Dude, you can't say douchebag. You can say douche and you can say bag, but you can't say them together because that is a combination of words that implies going up into someone, and that's not FCC compliant. It's like, oh, fuck you. Enough with this shit.
Right.
You know, I can't do it anymore. No thanks.
Yeah, I agree.